I bathe you in the name of the Father and the Holy Spirit. Please cast this demon out. Please cast the demon out of this child. For she has sinned. And for our sins we repent them.
This is like a torture video, bro. I'm like torturing a bitch with me.
I killed my mother.
Listen, you're a crazy weirdo.
Brother, let me tell you something, dude. I don't ever stumble, I don't ever fall, dude.
I'm sick of calling you and you not answering the phone.
Not answering the phone. Somebody's not answering the phone. Turn the damn TVs on. Somebody turn the folks on, the TVs on, let people see. Welcome in, everybody. Sideshow Nate and Dan Straight here. And Mr. Marcus Wilson from the New Leonard Media right now. We're all hanging out here on the show, on the broadcast. We got good old creepy Uncle Joe down in the corner, too. And Coke Hogan doing all kinds of weird shit all around, too. So, yeah, Dan, what's happening, man? How you doing? You got your internet up and running?
Yeah, it's running right now. Let's see how it holds out for this weather, buddy.
Yeah. Hopefully everything's going to be coming through for the entire duration of the broadcast tonight. Mr. Marcus, how's things hanging in New Leonard Media? The place has been looking fantastic. All the pictures.
Oh, yeah. The place is in shape. Doing it. I've had a good week. A couple really late nights, like staying up until the sun comes back up, doing some mixes. It seems like a lot of people, since they're shackled down at the moment, they're making music. You know.
Yeah. There's been people making music left and right, dude. That's what I love. That Dan, we've talked about this numerous times too. Like the styles of music that's going to be coming out of this whole thing. I mean, I can't wait till the coronavirus lockdown.
What are we calling it?
The Corona era.
Calling it like the Corona era.
Yeah. The Corona era is what it's what we've decided to coin it as. Hopefully someday, maybe somebody more important than us will pick up on that. But for the time being, the COVID era, yeah, something. I mean, we gotta
COVID era. That's probably gonna stick. But whatever happened to Coronacation?
Yeah,
you know?
Kids are on Coronacation. I mean, I hope to God. I see that our video output is low right now on our stream. Why does this happen? It's like everything. I had just done a speed test and everything on Google to make sure that our speed was up and running, and I'm seeing that we have great internet speed right now. We have 110 megabytes per second that's happening right now. That's for our download, and then let's see what our upload is at. We're trailing up to 7. Oh, geez, that's not very good. It was a lot better before the show. Why the hell does this have to happen? Steve Machena, we got Mr. Steve. Steve is tuning in right now. He's saying, hi, Dan. Hi, how you doing, Dan?
Hi, Steve.
Thank you, Dan.
You know what that looks like to me? Like, you know, when something like a turbine is spinning really fast, so fast that it doesn't look like it's spinning at all. This has got so much delay on it that when I do this, it just looks like my hand's in one place. It's not moving at all.
That's your internet. See, that's your internet issue right there. Kimberly Ann, thank you for tuning in. Yes, we have plenty of Michigan music tonight that we are going to be playing for all the people. Actually, we have 2 artists tonight that we're going to be focusing on, actually. We're going the country and rock scene. And last week we were supposed to have Ryan Whyte Maloney on from season 6 of NBC's The Voice. He wasn't able to make it. We were having some technical issues with getting the Discord server up and running and whatnot, but we did figure that out during the week. Ryan he contacted me while I was at work, and we got everything set up. So we are good to go on speaking with Ryan at 7:20. Ryan Whyte Maloney, if you guys remember him, he's a local Traverse City guy. He's from the Pinky area here of Michigan. He was a garbage man prior to becoming a big hit, a big music sensation on the NBC's The Voice. And ever since then, he's been hanging out in Las Vegas. He's got his own studio and everything that's set up, and it's pretty damned cool. I mean, I think it's amazing to see somebody that was just a small-time little, nobody for the most part here in Traverse City, just like the other, us three. And, for him to rise up to this challenge to get up on the stage and audition for The Voice. So, and now he's got a regular life. Like he's got the studio life, Mark. That's what you're striving for right now, is living in the, working in the studio day in and day out.
Yeah. Hey.
It's possible, man. The dream is possible. Trust me. Steve Machena is tuning in, as I had said. Steve is a world-class... What's that? Dan, I
Oh
heard.
yeah, I was telling Mark here that it's possible.
It's possible, yes. That Dan's got a horrible delay right now. It takes like about an hour for the internet, any voice or anything that we say to get over to Dan. So,
Listen, Nate, the internet has nothing to do with it.
it's the Dan.
Dan on delay.
Dan on delay.
On delay.
We'll get with him eventually. Dan is, that's what the problem is right there. Steve, actually, you know what? I was chatting with Steve during the week too about Steve Machena there. I was chatting with him about possibly having him on the show tonight, and I never got around to sharing the link for Discord with him, which we would be able to chat with him at that point. So we are gonna have Steve on though. Hopefully next week we're gonna try to get something scheduled so that we get Steve Machena, a world class freaking guitarist out of Boston. We'll get him on. We'll chat with him. Dan, go ahead. What was that?
I said, yeah, Boston, great.
Boston.
No, Steve, he's awesome.
Yeah, no,
he's kicking ass.
Remember,
and, he's doing his video. So, yeah, we had him on.
Yeah, remember we had him on. He taught us how to use the strum stick. We had the strum stick that we were.
Right.
Yeah. That was very cool, man.
Taught us right over the interwebs, just like he's been doing. Like he does lessons and online lessons.
Right.
And he taught us.
He taught us
to show how easy to work. We're fucking idiots. Oh, me, Nate, you're idiot with me. So like he taught us.
Right. Yeah. A couple. What is it? Mark calls us.
Numbnuts.
I don't know if it's numbnuts. Very uninformed DJs or something like that. Is that what it is?
I think the word jackass fits in there
Jackass. Yeah. Uninformed jackasses. That's us. We are going to be having Ryan Whyte Maloney on, who has been doing a lot of his own live stream concerts. He's got like a live stream concert that he does every single Wednesday night. We'll talk to him a little bit about. Also, Melissa Lee. I know her as Missy Zenker from the Northern Michigan area here, but we're going to have Melissa Lee on with us too, and we're going to find out what's been going on with her in the country music scene. Melissa Lee, she went down to Nashville. She's been living in Nashville. She's been tearing up the Nashville music scene really for the most part. And I would like to know what's been going on with her during the coronavirus and all that. That's kind of been like and I want to try to also find a way that we can get away from talking about the fucking coronavirus, because I'm so sick and tired of it, dude. Like,
yeah,
is
there a way?
What's it going to be? Are we going to get around and immediately start asking her how COVID is in Nashville?
Yeah, I don't know.
We're gonna move on,
we're gonna have to come up with some sort of actual questions, I think. But
for the listeners that are currently with us, you can see that the crew does their homework.
Yeah. Hey, okay, I know her squirrel's name. She's got a squirrel. I know that she's got a squirrel, and I know the name of the squirrel. I want to find out how things have been going with the squirrel during the coronavirus. What's the squirrel been doing? And I know the name of the squirrel either.
Wait, she has a squirrel?
She owns a squirrel. Yeah, she's got her own.
Oh, she owns a squirrel.
Yeah, she's got a pet squirrel.
No, I just follow the squirrels in my yard. Besides the feral cats out in the alley, but. But I posted a video. I got him like slow-mo. He always walks across the fence line the exact same way and stops and kind of snuggles against one of the ears and
I saw that. That's that's like a little moment of zen for the most part in Northern Michigan.
It is, and that's pretty dope beat, man. That's one of my middle of the night beats that I made.
Yeah. So, Dan, what has been happening over in your neck of the woods? I would like to know. I'd just like to start off.
I killed a squirrel. I ran one over.
Okay, Dan's killing squirrels.
I just did it yesterday. I didn't mean to, and it was like a little guy too. I didn't want my girl to know about it, but I was driving down the street and I seen him in the street at the last second, and he went between my tires, and I was like, okay, cool, right? And then I looked in the rearview mirror, and he was his head was stuck to the ground, and his whole body was flopping all over the place. But his head was pinned to the ground still.
Okay, we're not going to share that story with Melissa Lee tonight when we talk to her. that story's not coming up.
We're not good. You know what? I should have sent you the video the time when I was living in Grand Rapids, and I got a squirrel. I guess you could say got a squirrel. If a wild little squirrel decided that it was going to trust me or something, and it just came up to me and we played with it for like hours, right? But then it wouldn't leave us alone. So I had to take it to an animal rescue. But yeah, I got the whole thing videotaped.
Oh, really? You had a squirrel interaction, a point of squirrel interaction in your life.
I'm gonna send you the video, Nate. You can upload it to the show so we can show them.
Okay, yeah, send it over. I mean, we can get it. I'll throw it up before the end of the show. We'll find out more about Dan's squirrel interactions. So yeah, for myself, what have I been doing for the past week? I mean, I've been working in Gown Town for the most part. I've been sewing gowns, which is something that you wouldn't think that like an uninformed numbnuts jackass like myself could do. But yeah, I've been a seamstress for the past few weeks. And over at Britain, yeah, that's what we're doing. We're sewing gowns right now. And yeah, that's pretty much been the gist of my week. My girlfriend got a new car. She's got a Jeep Liberty. We bought her a new car this week.
Can I ask you what the gowns are going to? What are the gowns for?
The gowns are for the doctors and all the hospitals out there that need gowns, all across the United States because of the coronavirus. So,
you mean the hospital that's got 6 people in it right now?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Actually, Munson had like 10,000 gowns that we made. We made 25,000 for another hospital down in Mississippi, I do believe it is. We've been making gowns like freaking crazy.
You would think that they would have thousands of patients coming through, and that's why they need.
Yeah, but Dan, what you got to consider is that there is places that have that many, and so the supply is limited for what we're able to get here.
Mm-hmm. And not
right. So, but we spent how many to Munson? 10,000, something like that.
Yeah, but they will be using those gowns without a doubt. I mean, they go through thousands in a year.
Yeah.
But what they've had access to has been minimized because globally, how many are being used in some of the hot spots.
Right. And not only that, I mean, what about after this is all said and done? I mean, these gowns are not just going to be, used just simply for this moment. They're going to be.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm getting at. It's the same situation like with the meat. You know what I mean? Like where there wasn't meat in grocery stores. Well, it's not that there isn't the same amount of meat being produced here. It's just that a lot of it had been the infrastructure was set up for it to go to restaurants, and now it's not going to restaurants because not as many people are eating out.
Right.
And everybody's eating at home, so they're going to the grocery stores and buying up all the steaks, and it's just.
It's just like the toilet paper too. You know what's really fucked up is there's still no teepee anywhere. My girl,
that's funny.
I was at Meijer today.
I went shopping once.
The whole thing's full.
Once before we were even completely quarantined. As soon as like we just went shopping.
Yeah.
Before this all lockdown happened, we did our normal shopping. We bought one for a family of 4. One of them Costco big ass things that we normally get when we need it, and we go get it. We're like halfway through it. Like, who is using wiping their ass that much, dude? It's like, how?
I'm guilty of it. I mean, my girlfriend.
Someone's getting just pull the toilet paper,
Dude, I do that. I'm a wadder. Like I don't fold, and I wad that shit up so that I make sure that I'm getting
a little kid.
Yeah, like a child. I
mean, be honest. Do you sit or stand when you wipe?
I stand.
See, Dan, I told you. Neither knows that the other exists. Standers don't even know that people sit when they wipe.
What about you, Mark? Do you?
Dude, are we back on this shit,
bro?
Yeah, let's talk about this really quickly. Mark, what about you? Are you a sitter or a stander?
I don't have to do either, actually, because I work so hard and burn up so much energy that there is no waste.
Bullshit, dude. There's something. Yeah. Wait a minute. So you don't even wipe?
Oh, I don't even shit.
You don't even shit. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Hey. Fun fact. Actually, let's
Mark's
throw
in the closet.
Let's put TMI about my kid out there. with Ontario
Yeah.
when he was the baby. Like, dude, there was some serious times where we considered just using the same diaper. It was like you like opened it and like dropped the pellets out, and it was like, dude, this thing's fucking clean. Like, can we put it back on him? Like, it just seems like a waste.
How about you, Dan? Are you a stander or a sitter when you shit? When you wipe?
Yeah, I sit. I sit when I shit, but you would be surprised. I mean, there are people that stand shit. And they're like, they didn't even what? That's not. There's people that stand wipe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I do that. I'm
a guy that I know can't wipe while he's still sitting down. He's got to stand up, then wipe.
No, seriously. Now, see, and this is the thing, though. When I stand up, I do this I'll do this really quickly. I do this methodically.
We don't need a demonstration.
Okay. I stick my ass right out, and I make sure that I get right up in there. I make sure that there's no way that there's going to be anything left, and I do that 2 or 3 times to make sure that I got a fully wiped tushy.
Well, hey, just in case this toilet paper shortage continues, I did order 2 clear rears. And I'll let you know how those work out.
What? Is that one of the bidets, or you're going to be...
Yeah, you just kind of screw them onto the back, and it's just... And it was such a funny advertisement. It like showed all the people like turning the knob, and then they just go...
Why am I not surprised? Of course Mark is going to have one of these. Why wouldn't he have
I've always heard of a bidet being called a shitoff. Have you heard it called a shitoff?
No, I've never.
No.
Okay, so like I lived in Grand Rapids for a while, and there's a lot of Middle Eastern people that live down there, and a buddy of mine works at an apartment complex, and like it's like 85% of the people there that they're like Middle Eastern, right?
Yeah.
And they are always telling him, that he needs to install their shitoff. They call it a shitoff.
Oh.
You need a shitoff. And he's like, it's a bidet, but they call it a shitoff. And I'm like, it's funny they call it a shitoff because it literally wipes the shit off. Right? So it's funny.
I just realized that we've been talking about fucking wiping our asses for the past 10 minutes now.
Dude, it's hard hitting stuff, man.
This is like, and
it is a serious topic. I mean, like you were trying to get away from the COVID, but then we ended up back on the COVID. But it is relevant.
Well, I'd like to know that from our viewers too. Like, when it comes to you taking a poop, do you stand and wipe or do you sit and wipe? I want to know. Am I alone here? Because I stand and wipe. Dan, you never said, Dan, if you stand and wipe.
Do you want to know my technique?
Yeah. I guess Toma boy 31 is gay and sucks dicks, he says. That's good info. Thank you.
Well,
I mean,
cool, brother. But check this out. Here's the technique.
Yep.
I don't gotta stand or anything when I wipe. I get the toilet paper in the one hand. Look, check it out. I lean over onto just one cheek. Get it done. Right down in the toilet, right there.
Okay, all right. Yotamama boy 31. He stands and wipes. He says he's a stand and wiper. So I'm not alone. I'm not. Stand and wipe.
Yeah, there's one in my household. I'm not going to say who, but it's not me.
Okay. Okay. Gotcha. So wait, who does that?
I just feel like stand wiping could be a big mess, What happens if you stand up and you like squeeze the old cheeks?
You don't squeeze the cheeks.
But it ain't wiped yet.
You don't squeeze
the cheeks. And then boom, you got a big old fucking mess. You got to get. That's my part. That's why all your toilet paper's gone.
With the whole body cavity searching himself. It seems like maybe the standing and bending there might be something to it.
There's a technique to do it, and you have to do it just right. You have to stay in that same angle, that you're in when you're taking a shit, and stick your. I mean, never get
Mark,
those cheeks.
You have a stand wiper. You have a stand wiper in your house, and you wonder why all your toilet paper's gone because it makes such a big mess.
No, our toilet paper's not gone at all. Was my whole thing. I'm wondering why everybody else's is. Like we bought toilet paper once.
Yotamama boy
using all this the ass wipe. Like why?
Yotamama boy 31. He likes to use the shower to wipe. So I guess that maybe there's simple. That one too. There's the waffle stompers out there, the ones that just get it all done all at once. You stand in the shower, you drop your shit. We got to add those into the whole equation here too. You take a shit in the shower.
He takes a shit in the morning and then gets in the shower when he's done shit. He doesn't waffle stomp his shit down.
Let me ask you this. Jess is getting sick of me because, like, dude, I'm stir crazy in this place, and I'm just like looking, and I'm like, I tell her, I was like, for my own amusement,
right,
and if it would amuse her, I said, you tell me right now, and on demand, I will stand here and I will shit myself. And of course, she's classy, so she declines my offer, which is great because I really did not want to do it. But it did make me wonder, could you shit yourself on demand?
Yeah. I don't think I could shit myself. No, that's not possible.
I just feel like my body'd be like, nah, dude.
That I can do it.
Like, I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could just like stand there and like, okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah, dude, let me tell you something. If you got to take a shit, all right, wake up in the morning, have a couple cups of coffee, let that shit boil in there to the point where you're like, all right, I'm ready to go and take a shit because you're starting to sweat a little bit. Mm-hmm. That's when you push it in your pants. You know what I'm saying? You can do it.
We're going to call up Ryan White.
Can you eat naked?
Can you eat naked?
Yeah.
Never thought about eating naked.
Get done pooging, and you get up to go get yourself a sandwich.
Yeah, I don't think that I've ever eaten naked. I don't think I could.
I can't. I gotta put something on.
I love Yoda Mama Boy. Yoda Mama Boy 31 is on D Live now, tuning in on our D Live restream. And he's all about talking about pooping and taking his dump and then jumping in the shower. I think that's a good point. I think that maybe Dan, you're right. Like we could we could all learn something.
That is what I thought. You went straight to the waffle stomp, which I
thought that's what he was implying. I thought he was talking about
but with
that.
the other toilet paper issue is just like, dude, if it comes down to that, I'll drop a deuce and I'll shower.
Right. Right. Yeah. I mean, I'll get in the shower if it's like a messy one. Like if that 3 wiper didn't work, I'm jumping in the shower afterwards for sure. But I mean, you got to be just be careful of what you're doing.
Well, you know what? For you, Nate, the 3 wiper probably won't work that many times because you're a stand wiper, so you're gonna get in the shower eventually. Because that just sounds like a mess, man. Just sounds like a mess.
I don't know. I think that Mark's way is probably the best way. I mean, here we go. We got Ryan White who's tuning in. Ryan White is on with us. Ryan, are you there, man? Ryan, can you hear me? Hello. He started the call, but we haven't seen him yet. Ryan, are you there?
I can't see him.
What's up?
Ryan, I can hear you. I can't see you, man.
Well, boom.
All right, hold on. Let me pull up Ryan Whyte Maloney here, everybody.
Boom, bro.
Show you that he's here with us tonight. He's made it to the show. Last week we had a little bit of an issue going on with it, but tonight here he is. Here's Ryan Whyte Maloney from season 6 of The Voice. What's happening, man? How's things going, dude?
Yeah. It's going good. I'm just in the studio doing studio stuff.
Doing studio stuff. That's we're kind of in the studio too right now. I mean, I'm in the garage, but it looks like I'm in the studio, sort of behind me. We have a new fan that's on D Live right now that's tuning in too tonight. He says that Mr. Sunglasses guy looks like he's from GTA. So Dan, that would be you. He's talking about. That's you.
Yes.
Yeah,
that is an awesome compliment. Thank you.
Grand Theft Auto.
Dude, that is dope. Fuck yeah, brother.
So Ryan,
that's my game.
How's things been hanging out in Las Vegas, man? Tell us about it. He's walked away. Now we've lost Ryan White. Now he's now he's back. Okay.
Am I allowed to drink on this show?
Oh, you can do whatever you want, man. Yeah. I mean, it's
get my shot glass.
I got there's your shot glass. Okay, that's a little bit more than a shot glass. Oh my God. What is that? Is that Absolute?
What?
Is that Absolute? Is that what you're tipping back there? No, that's not Absolute. What is that?
It's an absolution of sorts, yes.
Absolution.
So,
nice.
I want to drink now.
Now Dan's gonna start drinking. I'm almost 2 years sober right now, man. Yoda Mama Boy 31 wants to know who the hell you are, Ryan. So can you explain to him really quickly who you are?
I am not Uncle Cracker. I'm just kidding. People do that all the time. They're like, dude, Uncle Cracker. I'm like, no. I'm from Traverse City, Michigan, and I spent my life there, and then I moved away when I was 25 and came to the city of Las Vegas to kind of be on the West Coast. I've done a lot of musical things in my life. I've been on record labels, been off of record labels, been on The Voice, did the voice thing. I've toured. I've done all sorts of things, but mainly what I do is I love to play whatever the fuck I want to play and sing whatever the fuck I want to sing and record whatever I want. So I basically just stay in my studio until people pay me to not be here, and then I leave my house.
See, Mark, this is what you got to do, Mark. That's what I've been talking about. We got to just stay in the fucking studio. We can't leave the studio. Make the wife pay you to get out of the studio. That might be the way to go about it, Mark, right there.
I'm still on the sunglasses kick right now.
Yoda Mama Boy is too. He's saying that Dan looks like the guy that beats up women and police officers.
My sunglasses at night, so I can read the sounds of the streets. I am okay.
Yes.
One of the things that Yoda Mama Boy is asking. We have a new interviewer here tonight from D Live. Yoda Mama Boy 31 wants to know about your CDs and records in the UK. Are you? He hasn't seen any of your CDs and records in the UK. So are you going to be distributing anything in the United Kingdom?
Well, my stuff is available worldwide. You just have to look for Ryan Whyte Maloney on iTunes, Amazon, Spotify, all that stuff. Mm-hmm. There's 37 albums of my music. I literally never stop creating, and I always release stuff like every week. Original stuff, some cover stuff. Lately, I've been doing kind of cover stuff because having the studio at my fingertips, I can just wake up and kind of do whatever I want to do.
Right, right.
So I collaborate with a lot of different people. I released a video today on my Instagram a few hours ago, and it's ridiculous. It was actually one of my songs that I made in Indulge called "Can't Wait Till I'm 21," and I got a video made from Fiverr, and it's about being an alcoholic, and this girl makes me this video of like 21-year-old girls in their bikinis, and it shows their asses the whole time. I thought it was the most hilarious. Had nothing to do with the words of the song.
That's so funny.
And
man.
I thought perfect. You know why? Because nobody gives a shit anymore about like real artists. They want Men's Health magazine fuckers that like. I'm pretty sure the record companies nowadays just go into a gym and they go, "Hey, you look good with your shirt off. Can you sing? Fuck it. Doesn't matter. Anyway, you're signed, right?"
That's true. I know. I wondered that too with like a lot of the, well, like I say with the mumble rapping and all that shit. Like some of them nowadays that are out there, it's just like, what are they even talking about? I don't understand what half of the shit is that they're saying, but they got plenty of face tattoos that gets them somewhere.
The amount of stuff that I produce in my studio, people go, "Can you make me sound like Juice WRLD?" Oh. Which is like auto-tuned whatever. And I'm like, sure. So basically you just want to talk and you want me to like put auto-tune on it and make you sound cool? Yes. Give me your money. In fact, give me your wallet. Mail it to me.
You know what? Another thing is that Yo Tom Ma Boy he wants to make sure that I say his name right. I guess he's all the way in the UK right now. He's getting offended by the way that I say his name. He wants to know.
Can you do this in the UK, bro?
Yeah. Can you legally smoke weed in the UK? We'd like to know that. But he wants to know what you think about Jake Paul's music. What do you think about Jake Paul's music? I didn't even know that he was a musician.
I'm not familiar with Jake Paul. Is that a real name? It's a first and a last name?
I think he was a YouTuber or something.
Ricky Bobby.
Ricky Bobby, yeah. What about Ricky Bobby? I mean,
I'd buy that record. I don't know who Jake Paul is.
Yeah.
I don't know who Jake Paul is.
No, yeah, I'm not sure. I've
Man,
never heard
Ryan,
of him.
man. I think
What's
you're
up?
kicking ass, man. And last week we missed you on the show, but we still played some of your music. And the music videos were kicking ass, dude. You're just like rolling around, playing some guitars with some couple of chicks. Like a couple of chicks are watching it from across the, like you're leaning against a tree or something. You're playing, you know what I'm saying? It was so cool, dude. You got anything in the works coming up soon? Like after this whole thing's over, what's up?
I plan on making an Indulge record of all my old stuff and redoing it new in my studio, because I still have a ton of fans, through the Midwest that liked the old music that I used to make, like the screamo type of stuff.
Yeah.
So my new pet project is called Emo Prom Night, and it was kind of like a spoof at the beginning where you have like these Steel Panther bands and all these classic rock tribute bands doing 80s music. So I made up this thing called Emo Prom Night, kind of giving homage to the 2000 era of rock music. And then it dawned on me, once I created an Instagram and once I created a Facebook page, I had like 5,000 followers in like a day. And I was like, man, I should just call my new band Emo Prom Night and just do the Indulge stuff.
That's a great
re-release
idea.
it.
Yeah, I remember when you were actually starting off with Indulge, and you were writing, what was it? You were writing on dollar bills or something like that, wasn't it? You were writing, you were.
Yep. So I worked at Subway, and at night I handled all the money. There was a UPS store next to the Subway on 14th Street, and I had them create a stamp, and on the back of the money, since I handled it, I literally like $6,000, $8,000. I would go through every single dollar and put Indulge the band. We need a record deal with the website on there. And 9 and 10 News from Detroit came up and did a story on Indulge and came to Union Street and did like a whole story on it.
No shit. Yeah, I think that's a great idea. I mean, what better way of marketing yourself than sitting there and defacing fucking dollar bills that's going to be handed out to thousands of people from that point, dude? I mean,
well, like he's handling dollars all day long. So every time a bill went past him, he was like, put my name on this shit.
Yeah, dude.
That's brilliant.
Dude, back in the day, I was like guerrilla marketing from hell. I never stopped. Even when I moved here, people wondered, well, how did you come to Vegas and just immediately start playing in LA at like the Whiskey A Go-Go, Viper Room and stuff like that?
Right.
It's because I wasn't afraid to get on the street and go to a concert and hand out thousands of flyers. Even when I lived in Traverse City and I knew that bands that I liked were playing at the Palace of Auburn Hills, there was a time that I took my whole band, drove to the Palace of Auburn Hills from Traverse City, brought 10,000 flyers and a whole busload of like friends, and flyered the shit out of the Green Day and Jimmy Eat World parking lot all over the cars with our band name, our MySpace, and our website, Yeah. And I did that constantly everywhere I went, even in California, even in Las Vegas, until we were opening up for the major bands that were coming through town.
I think it's a great idea, dude. I mean, how else are you going to market yourself? That is something that I see a lot of bands not doing nowadays, Like, I feel for all the bands out there that are like, man, why aren't you looking for, like, the cheapest, easiest ways to go about marketing yourselves, I mean, that's that you got to do shit like that. Doing all that PR, that footwork, you got to do it.
Well, that's what it takes. Record companies people aren't going to be interested in you unless you're interested in you.
Right. That's a good point.
That passion is of persistence is contagious. If you care about you, other people care about you too. But you have to like be on fire about it. You can't just, hey, check out my stuff. You got to be like, this shit is gonna fucking make you lose weight if you listen to this shit.
Right.
It's gonna change your goddamn life.
And I'm gonna be blunt. How's that been working out for you?
Yeah, you've been listening to it, or
The losing weight part.
Fuck you, Dave.
You got a big fuck you. I saw.
Oh, I thought you were talking to me.
No, I saw that, and Ryan's smile just then was actually "fuck you."
Hey, you know what? I would be skinny, except I make money and I save it, so I have food.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's a great point. I was wondering now the live streams that you've been doing too. Every single Wednesday night you've been doing a live stream. How's that been going for you?
Concerts in quarantine is really cool.
Yeah.
It's cool because all of my friends are in bands, so all the connection in bands that I'm friends with, I give an opportunity to show their talents on my show. Even bands in Traverse City, like the Billman Brothers, have been on the show and stuff like that. If there's any artists out there that want to be on my Wednesday Concerts in Quarantine show, I'll even do a commercial for the South of the Straits if you send it to me. So.
Oh, dude, that's what we got to do, Mark. We got to throw something together, and we can. That's another good marketing idea. Why aren't we hitting up like live streams like Dan or Ryan there?
Okay, so I have about 41,000 followers on Facebook, 28,000 on Instagram. So put those together along with the 16,000 Twitter fans, and that commercial is going to go out to all those eyes. And for 1 second of the day, you're going to be on there. So why not?
Yeah, right. No, shit. We gotta do this. I'm gonna put together a commercial. I'm gonna throw it together. Get on your Conscience in Quarantine every Wednesday. What is it? What is the time that starts at? Too? Is it 6 p.m. or?
It's 6 p.m. Eastern time, or on your side of the world, it's 3 p.m. my time.
Right. Yeah, 6 p.m. Eastern time, 3 p.m. over there in Las Vegas land. I think that, what have you been doing too with the coronavirus? How have you been besides the Concerts in Quarantine? How have you been faring with this? Is it are you ready to just explode out of the studio, or what's going on with that?
I had this weird feeling. I kind of have this weird psychic thing going on. Past couple of years, I've tuned into my brain. And I know that sounds completely crazy to you, probably.
That's okay.
But about 4 months before this happened, I had read online this psychic talking about shit gonna hit the fan with something big, and I literally took it to heart and was like, I'm saving all my money like crazy. I literally just stockpiled some shit, and I've always been kind of a different thinker, I'll say. I pulled up my garage with canned goods, toilet paper and water, and I was ready for fucking doomsday. And right when they said, I got this eerie message from MGM corporate. I was in the prime. I'm not trying to boast about money or anything that I've done. I've worked my ass off to get where I am now. But my business, which not only am I an artist, but I have an artist agency of around 40 different clients and a recording studio that's 24 hours a day and a booking agency. And I have, employees of my business. I book bands in Las Vegas and everywhere too. So MGM reached out to me and said, I hope you're saving your for your nuts for the winter because shit's gonna hit the fan. And I was like, what? And then all of a sudden, bam, the strip got shut down.
Right.
And I was in the most productive part of my whole career. My company was making almost 50 grand a month. Okay.
Damn.
And it got shut down like a fucking college dorm party. Everyone did. Not just me, everyone. And I worked 14 shows a week prior to being shut down. So
damn, dude. Wait a minute. You're hitting up you're playing in bars 14 shows a week. That's two shows a day for the most part, right?
Yeah.
Dude,
yeah.
See, people have to understand this. I mean, I see so many struggling musicians out there that I wonder, like how much are you putting in to be able to get what you want out of it? And you're working like that. Like, I mean,
here's the way I think about things. I look at my friends that are 10 years older than me, right?
Yep.
Do you want to see this face singing Wonderwall in 10 years? I don't. So my philosophy is fucking make hay while the sun's shining, kids that are in music, because no one wants to see, unless you're Dave Grohl or you're the Rolling Stones, no one wants to see 50-year-olds and 60-year-olds rocking out anymore, which is why the music industry is so gay. It's because you take these 21-year-olds that have nothing to say, really. It's like, think about what you were doing when you were 20. Would you take that information and put it in song form and glorify it? Or would you rather be like now, where you've had a whole bunch of experience and then go, okay, let me teach you something, kids, because now I actually like went through some life lessons and I can really fucking put that into words.
Right.
The moral of the story that I'm trying to portray is now's the time to work. If you're a musician and you don't have a backup plan, work your nuts off. Save your money, because money isn't forever. Look at this situation. If you don't have money saved, then you're like fucked, and you're like, shit, I need that unemployment. I need that government stimulus check. There's so many musicians I know that didn't prepare like a week ahead of not being paid, to where now everyone's sitting there like, fuck, I've got an Uber job now. I've got to like actually get a job at Safeway or Myers and push some carts around, because they didn't prepare for the future. And, I've been homeless like many times. So I have this fear in the back of my head that says, you don't ever want to be there again. So work your fucking nuts off and do whatever it takes, because you're the only one at the end of the day is going to take care of you.
Right.
And if I was to teach any musicians anything, it's, prepare for times like this and kill it before you're 40, so you can laugh all the way to the bank and be like the DuckTales fucking Mr. Scrooge and jump in that coin bank and spit coins out of your mouth and be happy.
Yeah, no shit. I mean, this is coming from this is great advice. Really, it is. I think
good advice. It's really great advice.
This is coming from somebody who actually, when he was on season 6 of The Voice, correct me if I'm wrong, but you were eating out of the garbage, weren't you, to be able to survive while you were there?
Oh, dude, there's all these kids there having the blast, having a time of their life, and they're all like sitting there with their parents and shit. And I'm like, I got kids. I've got child support. I can't even support myself. I'm risking everything that I had just to be on this show, which wasn't even a guarantee. I spent 9 months of my life, and everyone in Vegas, when I left, all those people are fighting over my gigs like, fuck Ryan, let me have his gig, trying to like sabotage me, because it's a dog eat dog world in the Vegas, casino world.
Yeah.
And everyone wants your gig. They're waiting for you to be sick one day to be like, oh, your voice sounds a little raspy. You should take the day off so I can steal your gig and take your job,
Mm-hmm.
That's how it is. But coming from that situation, that was years ago, not too long ago, but like 7 years ago. And what I've learned since then, I could write a book about. It's like, be careful what you wish for, because you think the grass is greener on the other side. And what it is very large handcuffs with someone else's artistic dream of how they want to mold you, which is why I'm such an asshole now. But I'm a happy asshole because no one controls me. I release whatever music I want to release. I say whatever I want to say. I don't have to look back at a PR person going, is that okay if I say that or if I look like that? No, fuck off. I'm going to say whatever the fuck I want. I'm going to drink whatever the fuck I want. I don't have anyone telling me what to do. And that's the dream when you're 13 and want to play music, is not to be told what to do, what to say, and how to play your music.
Absolutely.
So
Boom.
That's great advice.
13 again.
13 forever. Can't wait to be 21. That's actually one of the songs that we're going to be playing tonight, Ryan. I pulled,
cool.
Yeah, I pulled that up for all of our viewers to check that out. And I want to encourage.
So can you play the video that's on YouTube?
Yeah, I'm going to play the video from YouTube. I'm going to play that. I'm going to encourage everybody, too, to also go and check you out on YouTube. Subscribe to Ryan. We got the link in the description down below on the YouTube channel. If you're on D-Live right now, yo, Tom Ma Boy 80, or whatever the fuck your name is, he's in the UK right now. If you would, go to our YouTube channel, man. Check out the South of the Straight Show on YouTube and watch us on there as well. And subscribe to us there. But go into the description down below and you'll see the link that goes directly to Ryan's channel. Hit subscribe on that. Check out all of his music videos too. He's a very, very talented guy coming out of the Michigan area, man, and he's living the dream now out in Vegas. It's like you said, he's drinking what he wants to drink. He's doing what he wants to do out there, man.
So I will be in Traverse City this summer.
Nice. What's the date?
My brother's getting married in September, so I will 100% be there for the wedding. So when that happens, we should do the show and do it like in person.
We got to get you in the stooge, dude. Get you to come by. What's the date? Do we have a date that's set up?
Second week in September.
Perfect.
Actually, no. It's the end of August. I'll let you know though.
Perfect. I'll be off probation then. We can do all kinds of weird shit. So that'll be fun.
Nice.
That'll be awesome.
Dan, do you got anything?
Ryan will try not to leave on probation.
Yeah. Don't leave. Yeah. Don't do that. Come on
vacation.
Come on vacation. Leave on probation. Come back on a violation. That's the way Traverse City is. Well, we're gonna play that music video as well as a couple other ones, Ryan, from you. We got Freight Train loaded up as well as
nice.
The staple of Michigan, Michigan Moonlight. We're gonna play that for everybody too, if you don't mind.
Very cool.
Would that be cool? We're gonna get your verbal agreement on this real quickly right here on the show. Is that okay if we play your music videos?
100%.
All right, so when YouTube comes back at me with a copyright strike, I'm going to be like, this motherfucker said it. Here's the fucking video. You can watch it right here. This is the guy that made it.
YouTube, I give them permission south of the strait.
That's right, man.
Yes.
Yo Tamamo Boy wants to know what kind of car you drive.
Well, I used to drive a Cadillac, but I have 4 kids now, so I drive a Nissan Quest. And it's paid off. Boom.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a Nissan Quest. Is that electric ride? That's kind of like Michael Volton, isn't it there, Mark? Isn't it?
Nah, I'm not familiar with it.
It's like a Honda Odyssey, but.
Oh, okay. It's a dad. You got the soccer dad going on, is what it is.
Wait a minute. Am I the only Cadillac owner here now?
Yeah, Dan, you're the only
black
one.
on black.
You're the only one with a Cadillac, Dan. Unfortunately, that's the way that it works now.
Nice.
Dan's got the
Caddy. Yeah, sweet.
My girlfriend's
a Cadillac guy now.
My girlfriend
black on black. That's Vegas style.
That is, that's badass, dude. I want to see a
in
picture.
Town
of
is
that
black
thing,
on black on black.
I want to see that. I drive a Toyota Land Cruiser. So you know, yo mama boy, he's in the UK. Mark drives a Volt, and Dan drives a Cadillac. He rolls a fatty caddy. That's the way that Dan drives. So now
it's an SRX.
There you go.
I got some 20s.
He's got the caddy.
Oh yeah, brother.
Caddy Inc. right there, man.
And you have a caddy symbol on your guitar too. One of your guitars,
right there. Right there. There's the dude.
Oh,
you've had that guitar for fucking ever. I swear to God, man.
So let me tell you the story about this guitar. It's
all right,
epic.
well, let you tell. Go ahead and tell it really quick, and then I want to play your music videos. We're gonna have to, because we have Melissa Lee that's gonna be on with us right after this. Melissa Lee is a country music artist that you've got to check out, dude. You've got to check her out, dude. But tell us the story about this guitar.
Well, Melissa Lee, if you want to be on the Concerts in Quarantine on Wednesday, throw me a video and I'll make it happen too. But the story of the guitar is I always wanted a Gibson, but I didn't want to pay $4,000 for a Gibson. So prior to going on The Voice, I make a phone call to the Gibson rep of Las Vegas. And I said, hey, I'm going to go on national TV and have 20 million people watching me. What do you think about giving me a Gibson endorsement? I had no clue I was going on the show, okay? This is just me bullshitting someone over the phone going, yep, I'm on the show.
Little do I know that I'm even on it. I just had faith in myself and said, I woke up one day for a year and think I'm going to go on the show and sing Rascal Flatts, play my guitar. Literally, the guy gives me this the day of going on The Voice. Not only did I play it on The Voice, but I did sing the Rascal Flatts song, and I completely, it was manifestation of like the highest degree.
The rest is history.
What a story, man! That's incredible. He gained this guitar. That's so cool, man. That is the greatest
It's an awesome
story, man.
story.
Well, thank you, Ryan, so much.
So this guitar,
go ahead.
This neck, I flew it to Traverse City, and I open up the case in Traverse City Airport, and the guitar neck is broken the day before I play in front of 10,000 people. I'm sitting there with my strings hanging and a piece of wood, and my dad just goes, Ryan, don't worry about it. He puts some wood glue on it and clamps it up, and it's better than it ever was.
Oh my God, dude, that is such a story, dude. That is so cool.
Are you serious?
Yeah, Michigan.
Yeah, buddy. Michigan 231, bro.
And only south of the Straits right there.
Yeah, we got to get you a South of the Straits sticker. Dan just got some new stickers printed up, so we're gonna get you.
Hell yeah.
We gotta get you one on there so that we could throw a South of the Straits sticker on the back of that.
Let's do it.
Ryan, thank you so much for taking a few minutes tonight, man, and chatting with us, dude. It's I look forward to hanging out with you in August or September, whenever it is. But
absolutely,
I wanna hang out.
I actually might. I'm coming twice. That sounds weird over the video, but I'll be there. I'll be there in July, and I'll be there in September.
I'm going to clip that from the video, actually, and we're going to use that as a drop every now and then. I'm going to play that for people.
Slice it in with that South of the Straits.
I'm Ryan Whyte Maloney, and you're watching South of the Straits. I'm coming twice.
Yes,
dude, we're proud of you, and you're inspiring for
2,
for
3,
artists in
1.
our area.
Yeah. Go ahead, Mark. What were you saying?
Just let them know that, like, just how proud we are, and thank you so much for being on the show. And please, we want to take you up on that. Stop by the studio when you're here.
Yeah.
Well, what I want to do is create a theme song for you guys. You give me a direction of if you want it metal. And Nate, maybe you can collab with me on that.
I haven't gotten the old vocal metal throat thing going out lately, but I'd be interested in it. We got to write something, Dan. I mean, that would be something that we got to come up and we got to write something, and I would love that, dude. Like maybe a little music video type of an intro or something like that, Ryan.
Dude, I'm already picturing it. Like a South of the Straits, like total metal, like freaking like screaming thing going on.
I love that. I like that idea, man. Well, we're gonna have to do that, but we gotta play. We gotta play your music video. We gotta play your music video, man. We gotta play your music video.
Let's do it.
We're gonna chat with you later, dude. We gotta get off the phone with you right here, but have a good evening. We cannot wait to see you and hang out with you, dude. Get you in the studio at New Leonard Media. And the 11th hour is another person who is tuning in right now. They said that our mama should wash our mouths out because we have filthy vulgar mouths. So
I actually been drinking soap this whole time, so perfect.
All right. Well, thank you, Ryan. We will talk. We will talk to you between now and then, man. We'll keep you informed on when we can have you on, dude.
Cool. I'm here.
All right, bro. We'll see you. Have a good one.
All right, everybody, stay safe.
Yeah.
Social distancing.
Later, brother.
See ya.
All right.
All right, there you go, everybody. There was Ryan Whyte Maloney calling in from Las Vegas. We're going to play his music videos right now for you. Check out right now. This is the one that he was talking about. This was the Can't Wait Till I'm 21 brand new music video. Please go down in the description below. Subscribe to Ryan's channel, and we will talk to Melissa Lee coming up after this song right here. So check it out, like it, love it, and blah 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 blah. Oh, pretty ladies. Okay.
Face down in the bottom of the bottle, drowning in my soul. Break every mirror that I see, afraid to see the ghost of me. But Sherry, what are we? Can't face another day. Is it too late for me for selfish glory, just to be part of this show. I'm down on my knees, ashamed and I am crying. I'm broken and bleeding in an idiot. And now I'm falling from this cloud, and I've got broken wings. And now I'm coming to you now. We see them, we see me. I freeze down in the bottom of the bottle, drowning in my soul. Break every mirror that I see, afraid to see the ghost of man. Cherry wine, can't face another day. Is it too late for me to see me? Is it too late for me to see me? Is it too late for me to see me? I'm like a freight train, a runaway train, 'cause I'm a for no one even when I'm dead. I got one life, 1 mile to live. I'm gonna do everything can with it. Woo. Well, I've never been the type to follow rules on how to live, but that's just me. I don't sip on champagne or work 7 days a week and drink a lake meat cocktail. I learned everything I know the hard way, and what I know you can't learn in a book. I fall down and get up through every bruise and cut, and then I get back on that horse again. I'm like a freight train, a runaway train, 'cause I'm a for no one even when I'm dead. I got one life, 1 mile to live. I'm gonna do everything can with it. Ooh. is impossible. Well, if you've ever been told you ain't pretty enough or skinny enough, come with me. Well, if you don't care, let's see them fingers in the air. Sing along with me. I'm like a train, a runaway train, stopping for no one even when I'm dead. I got one life to live, and I'm gonna do everything can with it. I'm like a freight train, a runaway train, stopping for no one even when I'm dead. I got one life to live, I'm gonna do everything can with it. I'm like a freight train, a runaway train, stopping for no one even when I'm dead. I got one life to live, I'm gonna do everything can with it.
Oh yeah, brother.
Check them out. Available now. Amazon Music, Google Play, iTunes, Pandora. Listen on Spotify. You can check out Ryan Whyte Maloney just about everywhere on the internet right now, everybody. And you know what? We just played 2 of his music videos, but we're going to close out the show with 2 more towards the end of the show because, well, we got the lovely Missy, Melissa Lee is what her name is, that we are going to be calling right now on the... Dan, what'd you think about those new songs, though? I mean, that Freight Train song, I think, is... That's... we got to get like a whole music video besides just a lyric video on that.
Yeah, for sure. But, you know, I like the music. You know, that's what it's all about. It's the music and it's the talent.
Right.
And it was funny that he had mentioned, like, what happens if we just throw some girls in a video? Because nobody gives a shit about what's getting actually said. They're just watching the video to watch it.
And that was what it was.
So that was pretty funny.
It was made from Fiverr. Somebody he contacted on Fiverr or something like that made it for him. And, yeah, that's what you get, I guess. That's don't use Fiverr, everybody. Contact Aberkey Productions.
I wonder if the girl... Well, did you notice all the girls were brunettes?
I did. Yeah. Yep. It is what it is, man. But right now we're going to contact a blonde, actually. We're going to call Melissa Lee. I know her as Missy Zenker, but she's her stage name is Melissa Lee, and down there in Nashville. But we're going to call her right now, find out where she is. I don't know if she's in Nashville. I don't think she's in Nashville right now, actually. So we're going to find out where she's at right now. And you know, how her, I want to know how the squirrel's doing. That's one of my big things right there is how's that squirrel hanging? You know, she's got a squirrel named Rocky.
Oh,
Your eye. I'm calling up Melissa Lee. Melissa, are you there? Can you hear me? She hasn't picked up yet. We're still waiting on Melissa Lee. I'm contacting her right now. So everybody knows this is what's going on behind the scenes. I'm calling her up, and hopefully we're going to be getting her on here pretty soon. I know that 8 o'clock is what time I told her to be on, and hopefully we will be get connected here in just a moment. Melissa, are you there?
I am. I got to figure out how to turn this camera on again. Why am I 90 years old? Oh, okay, there we go. Okay, hang on a sec. Hi, guys.
Hey,
okay,
Melissa.
So there we go.
Let me get you popped out so that everybody can see you on our screen. Right now, it's just a figment of their imagination as to what we are, you know, that we actually have Melissa Lee on with us. But yes, we do. We do have her here. Let me pull her up, everybody. And here she is. This is Melissa Lee. And there's the squirrel. We got Rocky, too.
I was trying to get him, but come here, bud. Come back.
Oh, my.
Yeah,
look at that.
He's got a little stretch.
I never see a squirrel so docile in my life. He just hangs out with you like that.
Come here. So usually, all right, I'm a little sticker, but yeah, Rocky's here too.
That's so cool. I love it, dude. How long have you had Rocky for? It seems like forever now.
It does. 3 years. He turned 3 in April.
And you had him from just a baby, didn't you? Yeah. I mean, you got him as just a
little... He was about a month old.
About a month old. And now we were wondering where you were located because I know that you've been hanging out in the Nashville area, tearing up the Nashville music scene down there, but it looks like there's palm trees behind you right now. Where are you?
There are palm trees. Yep, my favorite trees. So I'm in Florida right now, and the last couple years I've been coming down here even more so in the last year, playing shows. I kind of fell in love with Florida and stay really busy playing down here. So
That is so cool. I think so. The Florida scene is loving Melissa Lee. That's like I've always wondered about the country music scene in multiple different areas. You know, we're in the Michigan area. Nashville is pretty much where it's from. But how's it going down in Florida?
Really, really well. So of course everything's weird for everybody right now, right? But Florida is similar to Nashville in the fact that there's a lot of venues that have live music 7 days a week. And sometimes there's like day shifts, night shifts, whatever. So I can stay as busy playing music in Florida as I could in Nashville. And to be honest, Florida pays a little better than Nashville. So
nice. That's I mean, that's always a good thing right there. You get some of that cha-ching.
Right.
That's what it's all about.
Nashville, Nashville gets a little bit cold in the wintertime too. Sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now down in Florida, you're pretty good down there. It's nice and warm. You gotta love the climate down there.
Yep. See, last year I kind of was a snowbird, right? So I guess at 24 years old or 23 years old, I became a snowbird. And now, I mean, boy, I would live down here almost year round. Summers are tough though, and it rains so much. A lot of shows get canceled, and
right.
Michigan's the place to be in the summer.
Well, and that's we'd love to know when are we going to be seeing you back up here in Michigan? Is you got any shows scheduled for up north here? And I mean, hopefully after this coronavirus lockdown is lifted, do you have anything ready for you?
Yeah. For the past three years, I've played a show for Memorial Weekend in Hazel Park, Michigan. So I was totally planning on coming to Michigan and playing. When is that? Next weekend?
Yeah.
But
it's the 31st or something like that. That's when Memorial Day is. Yep.
Yeah. But that's not going on this year. So to answer your question, I am not sure.
Okay.
But I was also scheduled to be up there at the end of June and the first couple weeks of July, and it's up in the air right now of which shows are canceling and who's hanging in there for now. So we'll see.
Right.
Hopefully soon.
We want to see you back up here because I know that you had a gig that was in Frankfurt that we were going to try to go to. I think it was last year or the year before the last time we chatted with you. How did that gig go? Was it a big gig? Or, I mean, tell us about that. I mean, I guess that's the closest that we can relate to you right now.
Right. Yeah. It's been a little while since I've been in Traverse City, which is sad. But yeah, Frankfurt, the venue I played is Storm Cloud Brewing, and they have always been one of my favorite venues. So when I lived in Traverse City, I was 18, and I guess I lived there for a year and a half. And they were one of the first venues to hire me, and they were just always like so sweet and kind. And it's not like I was the best singer when I was 18, for sure. So they were just so nice to me, and I try to get back there every year. So, and it's always a great time. They're always packed, and just everyone's there to have fun. So
very cool. Very good.
I love
we had Whyte Maloney on just prior to this, who was somebody. He was in the season 6 of The Voice back in the early days of The Voice when it was all starting and whatnot. And I was wondering, have you thought about maybe trying that venue, because your voice it's blossomed over the years? I mean, have you thought about trying to go on The Voice?
I certainly would. I sent in a audition tape for, what was it? I think American Idol or America's Got Talent. I don't remember, but just like last month over the quarantine thing, I saw that you could just upload a audition video, and I did that. But yeah, I mean, absolutely, that's a really, really cool thing. And I remember, because I think I was living in Traverse City still when he was on The Voice. Or I had just left, something like that. Because didn't he play the Traverse City Cherry Festival?
Yeah, he played at the Cherry Festival after he got back. I mean, it was up there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember who he had on stage now with him, but I think he brought Nick Oshiro from Las Vegas with him. Dave Weber was playing the bass guitar up there, and it was a really cool show. I mean, I thought that was awesome.
Yeah,
oh, you were
just
there?
Remember the swarm of people around him to just meet him or get an autograph or whatever. I was like, That's so cool.
That is awesome. Wow, that's such a small world because, now he's what he's doing, actually, and he extended this to you during when we were chatting. I don't know if you were watching while we were chatting with him, but
I was, yeah, most of it.
yeah, he said that if you have like a music video or anything like that you'd like to have featured during his concerts in quarantine, he'd like to do something with you.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah.
I would love to do that. Yeah.
Well, we're making
you'll have to put me in touch with him, I think.
What's that? What'd you say?
I said you'll have to put me in touch with him, I think.
Absolutely. No, we're gonna link you guys up, man. I think that I think just the two of you. I mean, if we were to get like some sort of there's got to be a way to make a duet happen, Dan. I mean, we gotta like that would be the coolest thing, I think.
That would be so cool.
Hey, you want to know what's something that's really cool? When I lived down in Grand Rapids, was hanging out in the front yard, had my little kid, my little daughter was with me. I've got a video of this too, but this little baby squirrel came up and decided it wanted to be my homie or something. Like it got abandoned. I named him Joe Dirt. I'm like, where's your family, Joe Dirt? Right? So anyway, he hung out with us all day long, and I was like, begged my wife if I could keep it, but she was like, hell no. So I had to take, and then I was like, go back to the wild, go back. And it wasn't, it was like attached to me. So I was like, I had to take it to an animal rescue, but it was so cool though. I had a squirrel for the day. It was little. It was my homie, Joe Dirt.
Now I'm wondering, like, how did you get in touch with Rocky? I want to know more about Rocky than I want to know about Melissa Lee now. How did you get in touch with Rocky?
Rocky is the rock star. So just so you know, Rocky is short for rock star. So a pretty similar situation actually to yours. And that's awesome. But your wife made a pretty good decision. I'm not gonna lie. Now listen, Rocky is my son. He is my pride and joy. I love him so much, and like wouldn't trade him for the world. But a pet squirrel definitely comes with its like challenges. So just saying, like I still don't recommend a pet squirrel, but I love him to death. But yeah, it was a very similar situation. So about 1 month old and just came running up, and I was with my boyfriend, and we were like, well, what do we do? At first, it was just a cool photo op, right? Because he comes running up, and I was actually scared of him, because I was like, does it have rabies? Something's wrong.
Right.
And he bent down and was like, come here, little guy. So Rocky ran up him, and I was taking pictures, and I was like, this is just weird. And then same thing. It was like, okay, now shoo, go on, little guy, run along. And he didn't. And so we took him home, and we were going to take him to a wildlife rehabber. And it just, long story short, I was like, does anybody have a pet squirrel? We YouTubed videos of pet squirrels, and sure enough, and of course the videos are just precious. And I was like, let's do this. I think we can do it. So instead of the wildlife place, we went to a pet store and bought a baby bottle and puppy milk, and yeah.
That is so adorable. I think that's the coolest damn thing, man. I mean, and like you said, too, yeah, a lot of responsibility. I mean, I think about a cat trying to get out. I mean, is that something that happens when you open the door? Is a squirrel trying to go around out the door? Or?
No, he doesn't, because he's just not interested. He's so spoiled. Like, he just does not want to live that hard life in the wild, I guess. But it's funny you say that, because you know what I've had to worry about a little bit down here in Florida is a cat running in, because this cat keeps coming around here, and she's precious, and I love animals like crazy, right? So I feed her, but she ran inside the house once, and I'm like, I don't really know what's gonna happen if Rocky's out and then she runs in. Like, I don't want to find out. Right. So yeah, that's been
that could be a really bad thing right there. I guess I never thought about that. Like animals trying to get in for the squirrel, like they see him in the window or something running all over the place, and that's got to be another tough thing. You ever wake up in the morning and like roll over and think, oh shit, I just rolled on the squirrel, or like
No, thank God, but like this is like morbid, but I've come across a couple people that are like, oh yeah, I used to have a pet squirrel or whatever, and I'm like, so what happened to him? Like someone like sat on it, or something like that. Oh, it's just a nightmare.
It is.
Yeah, but no, actually Rocky used to sleep with me, and then he, you know, became a teenager or whatever and got too cool or, you know, whatever. And he just got older and doesn't sleep with me anymore. But
Dan's got his cat. This is his cat that actually we saved at the studio. The cat, we found him one day. He was out behind the studio. He was just a little kitten. It was just this, you know, this little itty bitty kitty. And he.
Okay, I'm gonna tell the story.
Tell the
real
story,
quick.
Dan.
So,
tell the story while I mute this guy who's.
I walk outside. We're at the studio, right? And I walk out back. I'm like smoking a cigarette or something like that. And I see this little cat sitting on like a 2x4, and Mark says, "Yeah, that thing's been sitting there all day." It looks over at me. It's like starting to snow, and it's got like a crusted over little eye. And Mark's like, "Don't touch it. It's a wild feral cat. There's like a whole colony of them back here. You know, just let nature take its course." I'm like, "What? You're kidding me!" I ran over and grabbed her and like rushed her into the house and like ran her under warm water and cleaned her eye up. And now she's our pet, and she's so grateful. Like, it's the best cat you could ever imagine. Sweetest cat.
That's so sweet.
Dude, that cat is like 8th generation that I know of from that alley.
Inbreeding.
And I was not here when Dan brought that thing inside. And
you weren't here?
So many false claims in your story. I did not. Had I been here.
This is what I remember.
I mean, dude, you want a cat, have a cat, go ahead. But you know, like
no, you said that. No, Ontario's been wanting to keep that cat. Get that thing out of here.
Actually, Ontario did. I've had to before. Seen him with like a bot. Like, dude, like just leave him alone, man. The nature, like
Yeah, no, but
they're born in that alley.
Their
aunts and uncles were born in that alley. Mom and dad are in that alley.
Dan brought him in. What is the cat's name now again, Dan? It's I called him One-Eyed Willie for a long time. Ash.
Her name is Ash.
Ash.
She's a
cat.
female cat.
We like to save animals too, Melissa. That's our problem. We have.
Yay! I love it. Love it.
We have that in common.
So now you've been doing live streams too, though, during this quarantine lockdown and whatnot too. How's that been going for you?
So it's been going well. Like the support is just like just amazing. I feel awkward when I do the live shows, okay? So because it's just such a different thing. And I played my first actual show last night because some places in Florida are opening quicker than, you know, Tennessee and Michigan. So I played my first show to like actual people, and it felt good, y'all. It felt so good. So the live shows have been a blessing, and you know, just actually it's cool too. It is a little bit more like personable to be able to connect with different friends and family and fans just all over, all at once. That's a new experience for me. So it's cool. It definitely makes me feel like closer with everybody. But it's just strange to play like a concert in front of a phone.
Right.
It's just weird.
We had
You're like what, the first person yet since this thing started to finally play a show? You know what I mean? I think what's gonna happen, guys.
Sorry, guys.
Everybody that was just watching
Rocky was chewing on a cord. Okay, sorry.
Rocky was chewing on a cord? Oh, jeez. Oh.
Yeah.
Dan,
we don't need.
Dan was saying something. Go ahead, Dan. What was it you were saying?
I was saying, dude, now that she just said that she did a live show, everyone, like, the word's gonna spread like words faster than the virus, you know? Oh, someone did, so she did a live show. And then boom, boom, and everyone's heading to Florida now.
Yeah, for real. Come on. Like, yeah. And, you know, people are following the precautions that they're supposed to with social distancing. And, you know, the venues are operating at, like, minimum capacity. I forget if it's 25% or what the deal is. And so, yeah, I mean, as long as, like, everybody's staying safe, it was awesome, y'all.
So,
it was awesome.
So what I want to know then, when you do that, and everybody has to spread out like that, obviously it's way better than performing to a laptop, but does it feel dead, or was everybody still had like brought that same energy that you remembered?
last night, and again, last night was so far my first and only live show in about 2 months, but there was so much energy. And I feel like it was probably a combination of me, you know, being very energetic and very happy and grateful to like be performing, you know, because sometimes when you perform full time, you can just get used to it, caught up in the routine. And yes, of course, I still enjoy performing like every single show, but I felt like I was just like extra appreciative to be doing it yesterday. Yeah. And then yeah, I think everyone was just like also happy to probably be out of the house, and there was a lot of energy last night. That's cool. So
that's interesting, because that's really something that I've wanted to know about since this whole lockdown and stay at home has happened. How has that, you know, messed with people's psyche, and how are they now interacting socially? Are they a little bit more socially awkward now because they've been locked in so long, or maybe they just haven't been communicating in the same way, you know, with people, just, you know, keeping their distance, just maybe doing like internet talking or social media or whatever. So when they're back out in the grind of the world, how are people acting? It's interesting to hear from people.
For sure. And you know what? Like when I first got there, I had like, you know, the nerves of like excitement and just I was like, oh my God, I hope I remember my songs that I haven't sang, you know, in 2 months. Right. So all that. But then once we just got into it, it was honestly normal. It was just like life was back to normal. And again, it felt really good. But that's funny. That's funny that you thought about that. Because I even thought, I was like, oh my gosh, like if we don't get back into some sort of schedule, if places don't open up, I was like, I'm going to get lazy. Like, what if we all just get lazy? Because like, I'm getting used to sleeping in, day drinking, you know, like not doing much. So I was like, we better get going pretty soon before I just like turn into a bum, I guess.
Right. No, I got you too. I mean, I'm grateful right now just for my job. I'm back to work. I'm working, you know, 40 hours a week and whatnot. But I have put on the COVID-15. You know, that's one thing that a lot of people were worried about.
Oh, same.
Yeah, pick it up. You come on. You don't. COVID-15.
I took it off. I took it off and I gave it to Nate.
I think it's. What's that?
What'd you say, Mark?
Oh, I said I took my 15 off and gave it to you.
Yeah, I got
because I'm not going out to eat all the time and
I got a hell
being
of a
tempted
tummy.
with dessert and all that.
I got a hell of a tummy right now. No, yeah. What I'm saying though is like, where are you going to put 15 pounds on Melissa Lee though? I mean, there's like you got to be weighing in at what 93 pounds or something like that right now.
Yeah. We'll go with that. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we're real classy.
No, I don't know
here.
if it's if it's too much drinking, honestly, or if I'm just sitting around eating and not doing much. But no, it's a real thing. I've come to the conclusion that pretty much everybody is gaining like some sort of weight right now. So if you're not, good for you. And I was like, why don't I use this time to like, you know, go for a run every day and work out and just be productive. But I'm productive some days and I'm really not productive other days. So
yeah. We got
maybe y'all can relate.
We got Jesse McClure who is tuning in right now. He says a nice American Fighter shirt. He loves your music. He really enjoys your stuff. You know? So yeah. We got you. You still got some fans up here in the northern Michigan area there, Melissa. We can't wait to have you back up here. I mean, I would like to know, like, are you scheduling any new music videos that people could be expecting after all of this is done?
Okay, so I have just about enough new songs to record a new album. And so I just have to decide if I'm going to go with like a 5 or 6 kind of EP thing or go for the whole thing and do a 10 or 12 song album. That being said, yes, I think that I know what the next music video is going to be. And it's a song that I wrote about being an extra in a music video. So I got to be an extra in a Pitbull featuring Blake Shelton song. And I got to meet them and Gwen Stefani and whatever. And like, I didn't hardly even make it in the video, but it was such an experience. I wrote a song about it and it's really goofy. And I was like, it would only be fitting to make a music video to this song, right? So I'm excited, like if that works
like
out,
that.
that'll be
that.
really fun.
I think that's cool. You know what? I want to say this too. Mr. Marcus down below me here. He's at New Leonard Media right now. New Leonard Media. He does a lot of like drum track mixing and whatnot. And not only just drum tracks. You do everything down there, Mark. I mean, you're kind of a jackass of all trades. And like what I would have to say is like if you ever find the time where you're mixing down a song or anything like that, contact Mr. Marcus. He could probably help you out with putting that together. I think. Mark.
Awesome.
Mark, would you like that idea?
No, I'm as far as production, I'm more specialized in tracking. I wouldn't. If you're in Nashville right now.
Yeah, Nashville and Florida.
Yeah, there's plenty of high level
Mark.
mix engineers.
No, Mark.
Oh, you're so selling yourself short right now, aren't you?
She wants you, Mark. She wants you. Damn it,
Mark. Here's what Nate does.
You know what?
He doesn't know how to stick to.
I've kind of figured in the industry, if you don't talk about how awesome you are, you're probably a pretty cool person. So usually it's the ones that are like, oh my gosh, I've done this, I've done that, I'm so good, whatever, and you're like, yeah, you're full of it.
Oh no, I know what I'm good at. and I have mixed, but that's like I do not promote myself as a mixer. I'm more competent in producing and getting the tracking done and then sending it to somebody who exclusively mixes.
No, Mark can do it all. Don't listen to Mark. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Mark can do everything.
I'll mix it down. I'll do it. I got a keyboard at the house. Go ahead.
Yeah. The industry is pretty gross in the way that you had just explained. With it's really difficult being around big egos and the constant. The constant pitch, the resume that just gets thrown at you as soon as you meet some people. It's rough.
Yeah, it's just not cool. I mean, that's how I see it. If you just talk about how great you are, you're kind of like, you just come off as like a loser. Like, okay.
I've been telling Dan
like let your work speak for itself.
I've been telling Dan that for years, and it just doesn't work. Well, we want to play your music here, Melissa, if you don't mind. We actually got On the Beach loaded up, as well as Blah Blah Blah. And if you could, maybe tell us what. I mean, Blah Blah Blah. It pretty much speaks for itself. But tell us about On the Beach, the production of this song, and the music video as well, if you could.
Okay, absolutely. So, as I mentioned, I started coming to Florida about 2 years ago, and I would come on and off, usually from Nashville. But then I kind of became a snowbird, and I was here in the winters. And then this last year, I've been here most of the year. So I truly fell in love with Florida. I'm originally from Michigan. Of course, I love Michigan. Most of my family's there. But I don't like to be cold. I'm not a fan of the snow. And I just fell in love with Florida. So I wrote a song about it. I would drive the stretch from Nashville to Florida pretty often. So like there's a line in the chorus about the Georgia pines turning into palm trees. And I don't know. Yeah, I loved it so much, Florida, that I wrote the song. And then we recorded. So most of it we recorded in Florida, outside of Orlando. And I met this guy named Dakota Hurley, and he's a very talented guy. He is like 23, 24, and just like kind of a genius. So he helped me produce the track, and then we flew it to Nashville because I was there for a while, and we finished it up in Nashville. And I was so happy with the production, how it turned out, just getting Dakota's production on it. And then in Nashville, Bobby Randall produced it, and it was just really cool. So, and then I got to be like a part of it too. So I was very happy with how it turned out. And then the music video, it just so happened that my friends from Nashville, Peter and Marinda, and they have a photography, videography business called Stratton DV Imaging. They were on vacation in Florida just when I finished wrapping up the recording of the song. So I called them up and I was like, hey, can I ruin your vacation, please, and put you to work? And it did not feel like work at all. I think you can see in the music video that we had like a blast, and yeah, It's just a fun song and fun music video. So
I think and then not only that, it kind of it makes people want to move to Florida when you're watching this music video. It should be like the like how they got the Pure Michigan videos and all that stuff. We should have like a Pure Michigan, Pure Florida, and it's Missy Zenker there. Got you.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much for chatting with us tonight, and just taking a few minutes out of your day here. And I want to remind everybody too to please go and subscribe to Melissa's channel down below. We have the link to her that goes directly to her channel down below in the description. So please go click on that link and go subscribe to her. Watch all of her. Excuse me, I just swallowed my own spit. Watch all of her music videos. Give them a thumbs up. Just start following her because she's gonna be the next big thing. I'm telling you, people. You're gonna see this lady. Because kapow, kabooey. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna come at you like a freaking freight train, man. But a 93-pound freight train coming flying at you is what it's gonna be.
I will take that. It's so not true. We'll go with that. Hey, and y'all make sure you show these guys the same love. Subscribe, like, comment, and all that. And what you're doing is really cool. So I appreciate being a guest on it tonight.
Thank you. As Mark likes to call us,
thank you.
We're a couple uninformed jackasses, Dan and I, for the most part. But we still love the music scene up here in Michigan, and we try to support everybody from the Michigan area. You might be
there's a great scene.
You might be a transplant down in Florida right now, but you got Michigan in your blood, all right? So
That's right.
Yeah, that's right. All right. Well,
and it's cool when I play shows here. I'll say, I'm originally from Michigan. I'm very proud of that, y'all.
Yeah.
And it's funny how many people they'll start hooting and hollering because they're from Michigan. So,
that's cool.
Just we all kind of end up down here because it's warmer.
They take that straight shot of I-75 right down there to Florida is what it is, man.
Straight shot.
Yes.
Yep. All right. Well, Melissa Lee, thank you so much for chatting with us tonight. You have a wonderful evening. Take care of Rocky. Give him a kiss for us and all that stuff. And
I sure will.
When you get back up here in Michigan, please let us know. We want to hang out.
Yes, absolutely. Let's make it happen. And I hope it's sooner than later.
Yeah. All right. Well, take care. You have a good evening. All right.
Thank you so much, guys. You too.
All right. We'll see you.
Thank you.
Bye.
There you go, everybody. There is Melissa Lee, also known as Missy Zenker. If you're in the northern Michigan area, you may know her as that. But we are going to play now, Dan and Mark. You guys, I came up with a new slogan while we were sitting there chatting with Melissa. We're going to play a South of the Straits bridge of music.
All right.
What'd you think of that? Yeah. No rock block type shit. It's a South of the Straits bridge of music.
A bridge.
Yeah. Fucking dork. Ah, man, I'm a nerd.
That's good, man.
Okay, so we're going to play.
Oh, my God, dude.
We've just.
It's just weird. I can't wait till we're back in the studio. Mark, how many shows till we're home?
Yes. Tell us, Mark.
Dude, right now, May 31st.
May 31st?
Aren't we, she got us at home until the 28th, and then.
Right, yeah.
I figured that would be the first show back.
Let me check the.
But either way, broadcasting's essential, right?
I would say so. You see all the radio DJs; they're still doing it, right? So we're.
So at some point, there's got to be an argument to be back in studio.
Maybe we should get a lawsuit going. So yeah, we gotta get back in the stooge there at New Leonard Media. Everybody, we will be back. And not only that, when we get back in there, we got a local favorite here who's been producing music. And now music videos for the past few years. We're going to have Andy Van Gilder and his band, The Knockoffs, are going to be in the studio with us.
Yeah, dude.
So that is going to be...
That's right.
And that's another
Mr. Trump was telling us that we...
What's that, Dan?
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Mark. Oh, I was just saying that earlier Mr. Trump was saying something about us being able to get back in the studio.
Oh, Donald...
Mr. President.
Oh, did you hear something from him? Let's talk to the Trumpster really quickly and see if
he should be there. Are you there?
Yep, he's there.
Yes, I'm gonna be. You guys are gonna be getting into the studio as soon as possible. I'm working on actually coming up with a new a vaccine that I have created. That actually, what it does is we take we take fluorescent light bulbs, right? And before they're even available, and we heat them up very, very hot, and then they get very, very warm, and we inject the fluorescent light bulbs into your skin. And it actually works its way through, and it kills the coronavirus and anything else that may be in you as well. So we have big things that are happening with the coronavirus. I'm going to be healing everybody very soon. People will be coming by. I'll be touching boys with I'll be touching little children with my hand, and I will be saving them. I'll be doing that left and right. So big things happening for 2020.
Mr. President, I understand you have a new vaccine czar. Can you say his name for us, please?
It's Jimmy. Jim's his name.
His name's Jimmy. Hey, oh, he's out of here.
He's Jim.
He didn't want to talk to you. He did not want to talk
right
about
here.
that.
I'm still right here. I'm just, that dipshit over there likes to flip things back and forth to you knuckleheads. So, Jimmy is working on that. What about him?
Hey, man, aren't you supposed to be playing a video?
Yeah.
No, you don't want to talk to Trump.
There we go.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you, Mr. President, for weighing in. I'm glad we're going to get back into the studio really soon. We've been waiting, and the 31st, and we're going to have our buddy Andy, the knockoff. It's going to be a great show. I can't wait till we're back because then we can start working on material, man. Maybe we can do some Between Two Sperms. Maybe we can do our stuff, our funny stuff that we just can't do anymore.
We'll get the knockoffs in Between Two Sperms. How about that? We'll have like 5 guys between two sperms.
It's going to go down, all the way down.
That's fucked up. All right, so here we go, everybody. This is On the Beach by Melissa Lee. Coming up after that, her hit, Blah, Blah, Blah. And then we're going to be finishing everything off with some more of Ryan Whyte Maloney's music. We're going to be playing Michigan Moonlight, as well as Where I've Been. We'll be playing those ones, too. So let's start off this South of the Straits Bridge. Cha-ching right now with Melissa Lee's On the Beach. Check this song out. Like it, love it. Go subscribe to her from the link down in the description below. Is this happening now? Oh, come on. It's not gonna. It's occurring again.
It's the Secret Service.
The what?
It's the Secret Service.
Oh, we've frozen.
Service because you had Mr.
We've frozen again. Oh, wait, we're unfrozen. We're unfrozen. Okay, we're back. Whew, that was close. We almost got stuck in that time warp. All right, let's see if we can play this song. I hope to God that this fucking song is going to play here. Check this song out. Like it, love it, like I said.
Yesterday after work, on my way out of town, I bought some gas and a Red Bull I'm still sipping on now. I've been driving all night, I just passed a sign that said I'm in Florida. The clock on the dash says it's 4 in the morning. Hey. According to my calculations, I'll get to where I'm going at 8:45. That's right on time to get some sleep and change into my bikini. If anybody should need me, look for the girl in the convertible. Headed waving goodbye to the Georgia pines. My destination is a place I call paradise, where the heavens meet the sea. If you need me, I'll be on the beach. If you need me, I'll be on the beach. On the beach. Well, you just keep it up soon enough. You're gonna get it. I don't ask for much, just your trust. But now forget it. You gone and went too far. I saw you getting in her car. And now you're standing here looking me right in my eyes, telling me you're such a good guy. Yeah, I keep talking. All I hear is blah, blah, blah. I don't even know if I know you no more. I don't even know why you're saying you're so sorry. All I hear is blah, 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 blah. Lying through your teeth, promising me she's just a friend. Then explain to me why you're stuttering. And why's your face so red? Not making sense of anything you said. Oh no. You're standing here looking me right in my eyes, telling me you're such a good guy. Yeah, I keep talking. All I hear is blah, blah, blah. I don't even know if I know you no more. I don't even know why you're saying you're so sorry. All I hear is blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. Keep talking, blah, blah, blah. Come on, come on. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. You're standing here looking me right in my eyes, telling me you're such a good guy. Yeah, I keep talking. All I hear is blah, blah, blah. I don't even know if I know you no more. I don't even know why you're saying you're so sorry. All I hear is blah, 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 blah. Come on, come on, come on. All I hear is blah, blah, blah. I don't even know if I know you no more. Come on, come on, come on. All I hear is blah, 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 blah.
What are you telling that teddy bear?
Die, teddy bear.
Die, teddy bear, die. Here we go. Come on, DJ. It's gonna be good.
Fran's looking. There she is. Drop your clothes. Go.
Hold on. Come on back. Come on back. Run. DJ, do one more pass, bro. Do one more. Two.
Come on.
1, 2, 3.
Go talk to him.
Really?
Yeah.
Come on, give me another chance. Don't do this.
That's
No,
awesome.
Come on.
That's awesome.
Seriously. Fight for
it up, DJ. Good stuff.
Please, one more chance, one more. You're not even listening to me. Oh my God.
T-Bear.
Hey, stop and talk to that guy.
Slow down a little bit.
Please, just give me one more chance, one more. You're not even listening to me. Oh my God.
Now look over and give me the old.
I have no idea it's behind your back.
What's there?
I don't know. Wait, are we really going down? Nobody's seen what I've seen. If you think for a second you know who I am, try walking in my shoes to fall down and stand up again. Try waking up and sucking in all the pain. Try working through the trials and tribulation, keeping a smile on your face so you can be strong for your family. That's where I've been. That's where I've been. That's where I've been. That's where I've been.
All right, everybody, there you go. There was Ryan Whyte Maloney right there with his song "Where I've Been." Prior to that, we had Michigan Moonlight. We were watching all the old times of the Midway, the Cherry Festival, and all that shit, man. We saw Union Street in there, Barden's. We had, where'd Mark go? We just lost Mark. Mark started to try to say something.
He was paying tribute.
And we just lost him. He just disappeared. We don't have Mark anymore. I don't.
Yeah, somehow I got kicked out of the. I don't know what I did. I did something. Just said left the meeting.
So there's we had Ryan Whyte Maloney on tonight. We had Melissa Lee on. We've come up with a new segment that I think we're going to try to incorporate into our Patreon page. I think behind the scenes things that we say during the
shit we say on mute.
Yeah, shit we say on mute. Yeah, south of the stretch, shit we say on mute. Oh my God, yeah.
I mean that's the hidden show within the show that no one hears.
Ryan, we love you, but we was roasting. We
were roasted. Oh man.
And one of the things I said is my man hit up all the Cherry Festival, and I did not see the cherry pie eating contest.
Didn't touch the cherry pie.
Where was you at?
Yeah.
Where was you at?
I mean, those are things, and not only that, I mean, dude, when we were sitting there off the air, it was like, I mean, seriously, it brought me back to the Beavis and Butthead days. Like, we were watching the videos, and it was like, hey, baby. Like, fucking just funny shit,
like,
dude.
Oh,
like we
the Reynolds Jonkoff, man. He drove by the funeral home, big ass mansion. Had a moment reminiscing on all the homies that have
passed. Yeah,
had their service there.
Yeah, I mean, we gotta do that, Mark. That's gonna be something. We're gonna put that onto the Patreon page type thing, where people that want to hear what we say off the air, you can check it out on Patreon if you donate.
But
donate $2 or $5 a month or some shit like that.
Yeah, but we were joining in with the random flat butts in his video, in that first video where he's like, it had shit to do with the lyrics, dude. Just like, here, look at these G strings to nowhere,
Dude, I'm so glad that video wasn't recorded. That audio.
Yeah. Oh no, we're gonna have to do that. That's a good idea. We're gonna make something happen with that.
Yeah. And what else did I say? Oh, I said my man sitting there, he has his interview. He's gonna whine about them only wanting pretty boys. And then we see his video, and I'm like, oh, look at this handsome fucker. Here I am.
Slicked up, dude.
Bald as a motherfucker. This dude with that good head of hair just...
beautiful head of hair, man. Jeez.
Yeah. Once go ahead.
No, that's a good point.
You'd think he was a Smitty with that hair,
We're going to finish off the show, everybody. We'd like to thank everybody for tuning in tonight, especially all the folks that got pissed off at us for saying bad words and stuff. We'd like to
Who gets pissed about that?
11th hour, somebody that decided to tune in. They gave us a thumbs down and all that shit, but whatever. It is what it is.
Was it back when we were talking about wiping our ass?
Might have been. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, sneeze.
Well, guys... I'm tired. I'm done for the night.
He beat me to it, dude. I was gonna say
he's already
it's
leaving.
I gotta make like Dan and just bounce.
Yeah, he's trying to take off before anything, man.
Boom.
I mean, before we've even finished the show, dude. I mean, we're trying to wrap.
What are you
things up
talking
here.
about?
Dan's trying to leave before everything's cleaned up again, man.
It's a power move, Nate. When somebody tries to act like they're more busy than everybody else, it's like, hey, well, guys, I got stuff.
Gotta go.
Yeah, I got stuff to do.
Got things, people, and
I've got a house full of people.
Yeah.
I got a fam waiting on me to start a movie promptly at 9:00 is what was supposed to be. The Wrong Missy, and it looks like that's David Spade, man.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna go check that out on Netflix. Apparently, it's funny.
There you go. Cool, man. I'm trying to find.
I was hold you up, man. Thank you everybody for that came on tonight.
Yeah. Thank you. Melissa and we had Ryan. Thank you guys so much for coming on and chatting with us tonight, and the viewers, of course, man.
Sorry, if people can comment if they like that format, because I really dug that to have a couple of high quality guests and spend some more time with them, you know?
Right,
And then packing them in like it's the morning show, you know, only giving somebody 10 minutes and you don't really get acquainted.
I think that's a good way to go about it. Maybe we just slim it down to like 2 of them, you know, where we have 2 per hour, you know, 1 per hour where we chat with them.
Everybody comment if you dig that. If you don't, then, well, let us know that too.
Right. All right.
We'll try to pack as many in as we can. If you want to do like a fast, quick burst, you know, type of show where we're just going through the people, man, going through the artists.
Going through the motions.
That's just too much, man. It is. It's like there's so many damn people that we try to squeeze into one little show.
Drop my tape.
I'm trying to find right now the Coke Hogan song here.
No, is that the outro?
Yeah.
Good show. It was a good time, guys. I'm gonna go watch that movie. Dan's got shit to do too.
All right, Marcus.
Dan's always.
But unlike Dan, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna clean the studio up first before I bounce.
Yeah.
Don't you dare.
Yeah.
You don't gotta clean nothing up. What? Pick up your bottle?
Yeah. Well.
It's just you.
I can't find it. I don't know where.
See, this sucks, dude. We can't. There's all this delay. We gotta wait for someone to talk before we can talk. It shuts you down. I hate it. I need to be back in the studio. I'm done with this shit. I hate it.
What do you mean? You get to talk over everybody while we're here too. I mean, it's
Well, I can't do it properly from home.
Whenever the guests are talking,
I can't do it.
I love you guys.
Damn it.
All right, we're gonna
All right,
just,
later, brother.
We're just gonna finish off the show with Coke Hogan getting the coronavirus. So,
yeah, brother,
all right.
Cokester, dude.
Brother. All right, talk to you guys later. Well, it is what it is. We'll see you.
Brother, how you doing today, brother? Brother, today I'm going to demonstrate the power of Coke, dude. I'm going to go out in the public, brother, where I know people got the coronavirus, dude. And I'm going to get myself in the way of that coronavirus, dude, just so I can prove to you guys that Coke can handle anything, dude. There's not a virus on this planet that can stop the power of Coke, dude. And I'm going to show you today, brother. Oh, yeah! All right, brother. Keep your eyes peeled for anyone that looks sick. Dude, check it out. There's a guy right there, bro. Come on. Brother!
2 weeks later.
You know what I'm saying, dude? Go work, bro. Go work, bro. Go, brother. Oh,